Hi guys, it's been a while, but I had to take a bit of a break from Rust, like full break. But recently I've started playing with different bases again and getting back into slowly, and with the announcement of BPs coming back in, I thought it was probably time to start maybe looking at it again in case it becomes a game that we once loved. So looking at the bus stops, now you will notice bus stops all over the maps. You can actually build on some of these bus stops. I think there's a couple of bases been done already, but I'm going to look at a quick solo base. These are what they used to be used for, so people quickly building these little OP bus stops, and that was used safe for the first part. You can still reach through the window and open boxes, so you need to be wary of that as well. So we'll jump straight in. We'll build this up from starter base up to like a small solo base. We're going to try and keep it very low in stone. Just bear in mind, people can't rocket through the sides, the back or the top, so we're going to save on stone and other resources straight away. So first of all, you want to get nice and level and have the edge of the foundation outside the window. I'll explain this why in a minute. Put your walls in, don't put them at the back. You don't need them at the back. This is full, so it's not going to get any damage. Put your single door, double door, whatever you prefer. Just slam it in place, lock it down. At this point, you do not need a roof. See? People can't get in through there. Put your door on and that's you. I mean, that has cost 1700 stone just to do that. Now, people can still reach through a little bit. Yep, that is 100% correct. However, just put a code lock in your box. Now, if we put a box down here, I know you're not going to have a large box straight away. I found this is the only one it will actually work on. Stick a code lock in the front, like so. Now, as you're building up and getting your base in place, you can actually use that as a drop box from the back. People can break it, yes, but if you've got a code lock on it, no one can do anything with it. I don't particularly like using the drop boxes themselves. I don't think they're particularly fantastic. Now, you can use them in this and they work just the same. You put it there, have your drop box in place. It's up to you what you prefer. With this method, because we're going to use the bench to put some of our boxes, it's maybe a good reminder, and it gives you a lot of space to put your furnaces in here as well. So with that in mind, it's probably a good option to do. I mean, you could actually put some door frames in place before you put your box in. So if you take that away, it should still let you put your box there. Yep. And I'm sure you can bring it forward enough so you can't actually sneak out. If you go around the back here, you see that doesn't actually peek out, but you can still use the door at the front, and it will let you open the box. Okay, they're going to know where the boxes are. It's common sense. Use small boxes as well for this area if you want, so whatever you feel more comfortable with. I mean, you could use the case mode design where it uses the double door and the single door, so people can't get through that area. Put your furnaces in there, put more loot chests. It's completely up to yourself. Now, this is the basic concept of what you can achieve in here. Now, I'm going to strip this right back just to the 2x1, and we're going to start building the base up as you've seen it in the actual intro itself. So guys, I've stripped it right back to the 2x1. Now, I've went ahead and put the stuff inside. I'll explain to you what I've done. Basically, because of the bench at the back of the bus stop itself, I've managed to stack the furnaces to get 4 furnaces in this one square plus 2 little boxes. Now in here, again, because I can push the boxes right back, I can get all 4 large boxes plus a furnace and a fire in here. Now that fire is a bit of a pain in the arse. It stops you from getting a little. You have to crouch in at this point and just get everything out. I'd probably move that and put it somewhere else. It's just when I was putting everything down, I was trying to show everything I could actually get in here. Now, you'll notice that the windows you can see in, you can actually get to the furnaces and the boxes from this. Now, if you put a code lock in place in the boxes, you're fine. However, on the actual furnaces themselves, there's nothing you can do. There's 2 options you've got for this. You can put a honeycomb around the side and put a wall in, if that's literally all you want to do. Or you can put a high stone wall. Now, just for speed's sake, I would recommend a high stone wall, but before you do that, I'd put your foundations in first, because high stone walls can stop some foundations being put in place. Now the way I've done this base, I've tested it already, I can't get a triangle in here and the high stone wall, so I'm going to leave that, but on this side I'm going to put it in place. Ideally you want a triangle here as well, just to add to the fuck around factor. It's not a big deal, to be fair. Now we'll go ahead and put the high stone wall on this side. These don't have to be pretty, so don't try and make them the most perfect placements in the world. They're just what to do a job of stopping people from getting to those windows. That's all they're there for. Now put this one in here. Done. Now you want to try and get one at the back as well. Just it makes it look better, and it stops people from jumping up the top and harassing you. You don't have to worry about one side then. It can be a bit difficult. You have to play about with it like you do with all bloody high walls. It's a mechanic that has been knacked ever since they tried fixing it, and hopefully they'll actually fix it. Now that'll be a better placement. Don't take that as how it would be because there's a gap there. Okay, you want to make sure that that's actually fitted in nicely. But for speed, and because I don't want to keep going back and editing the same thing over and over again, I'm not going to bother too much about it just now. Now this section here, I'm going to keep it super simple. I'm going to lock it all up. Put your door here. Now the reason why I put this triangle here is simple. You could actually put another door here, but remember, if you put a door on this side, you're taking away the amount of doors that are required to get into the actual main area, which makes it easier to raid. That's just how it is. So I always recommend that you put your door in the furthest point away from your loot room. So if someone's just going to go satchel bashing, they're going to have to spend a lot of satchels to get probably not as much back, to be fair. Now we'll lock all this up. It may get dark in a second, obviously, because I am putting the floors in now. Right there. Lock this down. We'll quickly upgrade this. Done. Now for this section here, I would highly recommend putting a double door in place. Now the reason why, in case we'll show it in his base as well, you make a single door airlock here, which is ideal, perfect. So if you're struggling for doors, or one gets popped, you can open that door quickly. Also, if you have got any sort of traps, put the trap in here. So if they are squeeze punching through the door, it's going to take him out. You can align that perfectly so it does actually aim at the door as well, or you can take the door off, open your main door, it's going to catch them as they come in. Just a nice little bait trap for them, just fucks their day up really. Now if you're going to use a drop box, I'd probably stick it at the front here. Then you just straight out your main base and into there. Now for the top, the beauty of the top is because it is top of the bus stop here, you don't have to worry about doing any walls of this bit. I've put a floor in there to show that it can be done, but you don't have to worry about it. It's not a great problem, to be honest. You can see through a little crack there if you don't do it, but it's fine. Just stick a wall in place. You blow that up, they're not going to actually get to anything there, so it's not going to cause any problems for you. It's just a simple honeycomb. Remember that we're trying to achieve a cheap base that's going to cost a fair amount to raid, to be fair. So we're not interested in defending from the top with this base, we're just interested in making something that's quickly built and put together. This is probably going to be one of the most expensive parts because it's honeycomb. Put that down. Lock it off. Now you could expand the back of this and put a high furnace and maybe put some sort of hatch if you bring this out a bit, and so you can get down to the back of it, but you're just spending more resources which you probably do not need to use. Now it's like a simple floor on there as you would normally, and I would recommend if you get turrets, which are quite easy to get now, there's no point pretending that they're not. They're an absolute fucking nightmare at the minute because everyone's got them. Put one here and put one here. Can give you a little bit of protection there. Now the weakest point of this base is this wall here. Now it's going to go into honeycomb because you're going to have your doors here, but That's only gonna, even if they take the foundation out, it's going to be 4, then you have to go through it again, that's 8, then the walls, but they probably go for the door, so we're getting an 8 there, that's what we wanted, 8 rockets. Same from this side, if they come in from here, 4, 8, potentially even 12, depending how they go and how bad they are at actually playing the game. If they come from the sides, it doesn't matter because the bus stop's going to save it, so the walls here are going to stop it. You can put little drop boxes here, maybe another sleeping bag. And that is you. All done. If you want to secure it a bit more and you have the loot to do it, then you can honeycomb the front of this if you want as well. I genuinely wouldn't waste too much time doing it if I'm being honest. Always take a triangle off a square because it strengthens it more. You can take this right out, but you generally don't need it. We are trying to achieve a very cheap base. Now, I will show you the true facts of the cost. £8,745 stone plus 3 stone walls. Now, that equates to probably what? 15k stone? And you get a lot for that 15k stone as well. Now, this is designed for the server is the way they are at the minute, where they don't last very long. So this can get you into the game, get you playing, and give you loads of space. You've got absolutely loads in here. This will keep you going for the couple of days you're in. Now, if you're looking for 3 or 4 people, I wouldn't build this. Don't bother going to comments saying there's not enough boxes. That's clearly fucking obvious because it's designed for a solo player. Building a base up and having somewhere secure. So if it becomes popular and the bus stop stays, I may look at doing another base. There is another base that was built on this server. Go and check it out. It is more of a group base using this same bus stop. Just bear in mind, this bus stop is at the supermarket. I have tried every other bus stop on this map and couldn't build it anywhere. So, sorry, the petrol stations. So look out for the petrol stations. They seem to be the places where you can actually build these things.